Let's see.
Looks like we're live.
Are we? Oh, good. Did it pop up?
Yep.
See, I can't see
It turned
YouTube, so I
red.
don't even know. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Art Yahtzee. And this is going to be an odd stream because I was just telling Jay I have no internet. So I'm streaming from my phone and I can't really see anybody. So, hi, everyone. And yeah, because the weather's been wonky. And I think they said at noontime that there was still 300,000 people without power in Maine. So
That's wild.
I'm, I know. So I'm thankful that I have power. It came on a little after 9 o'clock last night. So yay. So I won't complain about at least not having the internet, but the timing, I will say, was not ideal. So, but anyway, so welcome in, everyone. I can see Pam. Hi, Carrie. I sent your card and I got yours. And at the end, if if the stream goes well, I can show my happy mail. But I want to try to do the art Yahtzee before something weird happens. So,
Well, I mean,
but
weirder than usual, I guess.
weirder than usual. Yeah, exactly. And I have a guest. It's Jay, Craft by Jay. He's next door. Welcome, Jay. He's a first timer at my art Yahtzee, so we hope that the dice are sweet tonight, and we don't get anything weird like last month. Like I have a what is this?
Well,
A TARDIS on the street with the lady in the umbrella.
oh yeah, because that was that was like Sourful or something as like
Yeah,
the parameter,
yeah, it
as
was
like
really weird.
the emotion or whatever. Hi,
Yeah, and
Robin.
I struggle with a lot of those, like especially the styles. Like I am like I can't. I just have to wing it, like go with what I think it is. But anyway, so Jay's gonna do us a big favor. Hi, Robin. Hi, ABD. Sorry I can't really see you guys. You guys are up in the air. So Jay's gonna do the honor of typing the go in the chat, and once he types the go, you guys can start calling colors, and we'll take the first 6 colors, Jay.
Alrighty. So
And
I will go and.
even if they're duplicates,
Oh,
because I
that's
have,
right. I remember.
yeah, because we can pull multiples of, they're each different. So yeah, hi T.
T's here.
I feel like an ostrich or a giraffe. I don't know.
Oh, are
I'm
you just
kind of
like
like
trying to like?
stretching my
Oh, yeah, I see. But
stretching my
yeah,
neck.
so I should just say
So
go.
yep. So whenever you're ready. Hi, Maddie.
We will see what
And
we
yeah,
get.
let's see what we get. Yeah, the phone's kind of tilted, so I can see names. I can't see what they're saying, but I can see
Oh,
their
okay.
names. I can see your name, so I'm assuming that was the go.
Yep. I don't see anything
Nobody's
yet,
got
but
any
I think we're.
colors? We might be lagging. I don't know.
Well, I know we're usually on a delay. And Carrie said something. She says, "Okay, T called red,
Red. Okay.
green.
Now we
Oh,
got them.
I'm yep, blue. Actually, blue came before red. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right. We'll just take them all.
Yep.
We got blue, red, green.
Elizabeth Elizabeth called green and then called purple and then called yellow. So I think it's 6.
Purple, yellow, and she said green. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5, 6.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
All
we're
right.
there.
We're there. We're there. Okay. So the first one is going to be setting. And what I'll do is go through and write them all down, and then I'll roll for them. So we got the setting. The next one is style. The next one is style. Oh, I hope we don't end up with like 3 different styles here. We got medium. I haven't had that in a while, I feel like. Oh, look, I jinxed us, Jay. There's
You
another
got
style. So, and
oh,
then we got subject. Okay. Fine. Fine. So, first one is setting, which is light green. Let's see what we get. Ooh, still
Elizabeth
life.
says I say swap them extra styles out.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, but
Swap them out? Well, it's your call, Jay. What do you think?
let's just roll with what we pulled. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
That might be a bad idea,
It,
but
it might make for an interesting picture. So
yeah,
the
I'm just
first,
hoping I don't get like you don't pull like a medium. I don't actually own because I didn't look what
well,
all of them
if
were.
that's the
We'll
case,
see.
then we can re-roll. If we get something that you don't have, we can definitely do that.
We'll see.
All right, next one is style. Try not to roll out on this glass mat. Oh, like that.
Carrie says that she'll
Okay.
watch the replay. Wow, words.
T. Oh, okay. Hi,
No,
T.
Carrie said that.
Oh, Carrie. Oh, thank you, Carrie. So the next one is surreal and fantasy.
Oh,
Surreal/fantasy. So that I like those because um then they don't have to be real. I can make something up.
yep.
Except now I'm nervous because now we're rolling for a second style. What we can add to that. Oh, and it's modern. And I can't even Google what modern looks like. We'll rest that while we do medium because I don't want to roll something similar. All right, here we go for the medium. Oh, charcoal.
I might have that.
How do you feel about that? Do you have charcoal?
I don't. Let me check.
I don't know, as I have well, oh,
I
oh my
should.
God.
Are you charcoal? You might be charcoal.
Huh.
Yeah, this is generals. This is charcoal.
You got charcoal? Oh, I might have charcoal. Yeah, my pencil box. That's right. That's right. I can pull that up. Okay. All right, we'll stick with it then. Charcoal. Well, if we get sorrowful, that'll be perfect because I feel like charcoal is like kind of sad. I don't know why. I don't know why I think like that. Probably because it's black. All right, next one is style. Abstract. Oh my
That's
God.
good.
Yeah,
Well, I like abstract, and it can be whatever, you know.
that's right. And it goes well with surreal and fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're going on a subject. This is going to be what we paint or what we include, I guess. Because I'm pretty relaxed. I think from ones you've watched, because I should say this is your first time playing with me, but on the live, but you've watched it, so you kind of see. We're kind of and it's mountains. Look at that.
Mountains?
Mountains, yeah, mountains.
Well, that's pretty good, actually. I mean, like,
Yeah.
surreal mountain seems like it would be a pretty easy thing to,
Mm-hmm.
like, actually sketch out.
And it's all in charcoal. My gosh, this might be a 5-minute painting. We can
Right.
just And of course, you're ahead of me because you gessoed your paper. I don't know. I don't know about enough about charcoal. I should. I guess I kind of learn about it when I step in with both feet. You know.
I don't know anything at all. I just flipped to a clean page because I'm like, I probably would use like sketch paper. And I was like, shoot, I wish I had like tan sketch paper now. I mean, I guess I could make it, but
I have charcoal pencil.
yeah. No, I mean, I think this is going to be basically like a pencil sketch.
Yeah, I think you're right. I actually have paper that's I have paper that's made for charcoal actually to draw on,
Oh.
but
Oh, nice.
I'm just gonna. I've never used it. I cut it down to use, you know, for the thing, but I always end up using my mixed media pad.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm going for. I'm just going to use this Canson pad, and it's
Yeah,
actually watercolor paper, but I think it'll look kind of cool because it'll pick up the charcoal.
absolutely. Well,
So
there.
what are our 6? Let me write them down so I make sure I include them.
The setting. Okay, so the first one is the setting, which is still portrait, which will be easy with the mountains. I mean, you can't really move those, right?
Yeah.
And then we got surreal fantasy, modern style. What is modern? What is modern to you?
I
I
guess
don't
I
really
think
know.
more like washes of color and stuff. I don't know in the context of charcoal what I would think modern meant.
And you can add
I don't know.
color, other things to it if you want, you know.
Oh, can you?
We just yeah. So when we did the medium before, like we had acrylic or watercolor, we added other things. We just had to include that in it. The
Oh,
watercolor, I'm pretty
cool.
sure. Yeah. So I mean, if
Well, that's
you know, when
cool.
you want to add some other stuff, you know, feel free.
Well, then I
Um,
might pull in some watercolor, or yeah, I might actually pull in some watercolor because I found my like earth tony watercolors, and like you could sketch the charcoal and then do sort of your maybe
yeah.
do your sky. I mean, like you'd have to do it in sort of it would be kind of somber because the charcoal is going to bleed everywhere, so it's going to
Yeah,
be
that's
more
what I was thinking. The
whatever
charcoal is
earth
gonna, yeah.
tone, whatever they call that, natural colors, right? I mean,
Right.
I guess you'll sort of do an undersketch in charcoal, and then you could paint on top of it. That might be pretty cool.
And I
Anyway,
guess it'll be kind of abstract if it bleeds. It'll look pretty cool, right? Having the
yeah,
abstract, because that's the next one is the style of abstract, and then it's mountains for the subject.
okay.
So yeah, that should be fun.
This is actually not too bad.
Oh, this is graphite. I thought this was charcoal, but I guess this is graphite. Because
So
this
I
is
guess
a water
graphite is
soluble. Is it the same
like
thing?
I don't know. So this one's graphite. I think of graphite as gray. So I'll
Yeah,
just
look at that.
sketch it. So I think that's graphite, and like this is charcoal, which is like blacker. Sorry,
Right.
you can't see that at all.
Oh yeah,
Here you
now
go,
I see.
people.
Yep.
It's hard to tell because the lighting
Oh
is
yeah.
wonky, but you know.
Elizabeth says similar. Pam says, I stood up so I could see your picture because you're like, see, and I couldn't, I couldn't see
Oh,
the screen. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Mountains of ice cream. That's funny.
well, there you go. But
Okay.
I think that should work. I mean, I
All
think
right.
graphite and charcoal are close enough.
Well, let's see what we can sketch out here. And I might do the same. I think I might use some
Yeah.
watercolor over it just to give it some color, you know. And
Well, it's like you're gonna have to. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to, but let me just sort of. I guess what I'd want is some kind of horizon line because I need to figure out where the mountains go. But I probably want that kind of low because I want like the mountains to be the focus. I don't know. We'll
right.
see.
Jeez. I feel like I should have something else. Like, I don't know, it's Christmas. Maybe I can incorporate something Christmassy. Maybe these can be the mountains in the North Pole
Oh, there you go. That's
near
a
the
good idea.
Polar Express or something.
Oh, that reminds me. I have some. Um, I think I have some shimmer white acrylic that might do that justice. I don't know. That's a cool idea. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna sketch in some mountains and then figure it out.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's me. I'm just, I don't know, maybe some trees. I don't know. I'm stuck. You guys, I'm blank brained tonight. It went dark along with my night last night. I'm running around trying to find all the spare like emergency lights and put batteries in things that needed it. Willie kept saying, save the light for when it's completely dark. And I'm like, well, I need to check the batteries before it's actually dark to make sure we have light when it's dark. It's funny, I always think I'm going to be prepared for emergencies, and then I feel like it's always last minute I'm preparing.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I always am like we have them so infrequently that it's kind of like I don't know. I start to feel like, well, that's a good thing to do, but I don't know. I'm I'm lucky. I'm very close to a substation and I'm on a main electrical line and it's buried, so it's like we've
You're
had
so
very few issues.
you're so
But
lucky.
but I mean,
You're
like
so
it's one of my who was oh my one of my former bosses lives kind of in the hinterlands of Wisconsin, and like she had a really big, I think it was a silver maple, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. The silver maple is the one that almost fell on our house growing up, but um she had a big tree that almost fell on her house, but fell on her utility pole in front of her house instead. So it was
oh
like, she was like she was very much out of all utilities for like a while. I was kind of surprised, but then again, it's sort of like, well, you get spoiled living in the city because you're like, well, people are going to
yeah.
come and do things
Well,
and
that's what it was
figure
like
it
when
out.
I rented before I bought this house. Where I rented, I was on the same line as our hospital, which was hooked right to the substation. So we
Oh,
never
nice.
lost power, you know. It would like blip but come right back on because they always fired that up first, you know. And
Yeah.
now I'm not. So it's like, oh, I mean, I'm not too far from town, but I thought for sure, but not only being, it was probably like 6, 7, maybe 8 hours tops. We were without power yesterday, so it wasn't bad. The worst part is just making sure nobody opens the refrigerator door or, you, you know, because you don't know how long it's going to be out.
Right. I think that's the part that's always a little like
Yeah. It's like, well,
brain bending. You're like, well, if it was coming back in
it
an
could
hour,
be
it's
out.
one
Yeah.
thing.
It could be out for an hour, could be out for 10 or 10 days. I think there's going to be some people that are going to be up there, like northern Maine. We call it Woodsy. We call it the
Hmm.
county. People that live up in the county where it's just woods. There's people that live off the grid, you know.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be
Well, you guys
there's
have a lot of like, I don't know if it's state land or like for like lumber company land too, right? Like
yes,
there's a
yes,
lot of just like undeveloped stuff in Maine.
yes. But there's a lot of people that out are on the outskirts of all of like the county where they do have power, and
Hmm.
they're probably going to be forever without power, like the longest. And I think the internet, they said they couldn't even start to touch any of the repairing any lines until this last night when the wind died down because the winds were so high that they couldn't get up in the bucket trucks, I guess.
Oh, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but
Looking for watercolor here. And of course, I use multiple palettes. I need to find a really good palette.
I don't know. I still have yet to find the sweet spot with palettes. Well, I haven't been watercoloring a lot lately, but I mean, when I was doing it more sort of frequently, it was kind of like, well, I have the palette that I do landscapes with, and then I kind of have like, you know, the one that I used for, I don't know. Actually, I did mostly landscapes. But I
Yeah.
had a couple that I made for like color mixing just to sort of like make it easy
Yeah.
on me. Cuz I was
Well,
kind of like, okay, well, it's a lot easier if it's
this was this is this should be fun for you then, because you like doing the landscapes. I do too. So having the mountains and stuff, it's not bad. Oh,
yeah, I put a
actually,
spaceship on it just because why not? It's
why
fantasy.
not? That's right.
I'm kind of debating maybe overprinting this in acrylic though cuz I kind of want to. I don't know. I could do it in watercolor too. Maybe I'll do it in watercolor. I have all my watercolor stuff here, so that's probably actually a smarter idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Maybe
do.
do a little
How's the crowd? Is it going wild?
Pam says, "Hi, Brenda. There's
Hey, Brenda.
Debbie. There's Mary's Crafty Creations is a DJ CC Raider, and
Oh
the cat
yeah,
is where
Debbie J.
you are, not where you're supposed to be. You can sit
Sweet.
on my crap. Let me see who else. Yep, Brenda is here. Brenda says hi, Dawn and Jim. Cordelia is here, saying she's going to wrap a present, but she's going to be listening. Who did I miss? I think Shay is. Yeah, Shay is here. Wow, where is my mouse today? Debbie is here as well. Yep,
Hey, Debbie.
they all yeah, Debbie's folks all jumped in. It looks like.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, and Elizabeth is catching them up on the parameters. Deanne
Oh,
says
thank
hello
you,
as
Elizabeth.
well.
Elizabeth, along with Jay, you guys are kind of leading the chat. I can't. I'm helpless tonight. Thank goodness for moderators and
Yeah,
guests on
no,
the
I mean, I
channel.
think it's nice when people are there to help. Actually, I
Yes,
want water. So...
I kept watching. I was like trying to watch some YouTube stuff last night, and then I would watch until my phone would die, and then I'd run out to my car, plug it in.
I just got a new palette, so I have metallic colors. We can do a metallic spaceship
Oh,
because of course
sweet.
we can. Yeah, I got new I got these new watercolors that were like blowing up on the internet because of course I did. And I wanted to try them out. I mean, they're kind of like I don't know, they're like if you're okay with dye-based watercolors, I'm liking them. Where would I
Nice.
be if I would? It depends. I mean, some people are very particular.
I'm
If
still a
I'm
beginner, so I haven't really, I mean, there's some that I've tried that are super chalky but you know what? It might not work for the
those are pretty
application
good.
that I'm doing, but I like them in other ways. Like when I'm doing other types
Yeah.
of paintings, they're actually really nice, even though they might be considered a cheap watercolor. But
Well, I mean, I
I
feel
think,
like I don't know if I'm not going to use good paper. I mean, I don't know. I've kind of gotten back into watercolors more as like a card thing anyway. So I'm kind of like, like it's fine.
yeah.
What?
Oh, so my
I don't.
charcoal is water. Yeah, it's definitely smudging out with the water.
Well, it's going to be a cool
Which
look.
I don't mind. It's going to make it abstract for sure.
Well, there you go. I mean, I feel like that's half the fun, really.
Yeah. And I like to I like this kind of exercise as just just that, an exercise to kind of just play around and, explore how my materials work. Play around with
Yeah,
get my brain out of the mainstream kind of thing.
I think that's a good use of them too. Well, and I mean, always, I don't know. It's always nice to just play with the materials.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just have a problem with like, I don't know. It's like you're kind of like, well, I don't want to, and I think this was a Debbie thing actually, where we were chatting in somebody's chat about. It's like, well, if you don't use them, like no one else is going to really care about like the materials that you basically hoarded for a while to basically say like, oh, I'm waiting for an important project. So, you know,
Exactly. That's right. I'm trying to remember where we were. Was it Lala's chat that said they do better
oh,
when you
maybe
work? Yeah, I'm thinking it
could
was
be.
someone like Miss Wims was like, "Hey Jay, they work better if you use them somewhere." I can't. Yeah, I do remember seeing that, and it's
It's
true.
true.
It
Who
is
am I
true.
missing? Shay, everybody is saying hello to each other. You have a very friendly
Oh,
chat.
oh, hi guys.
Just the
Um,
parameters. Oh, you missed the parameters? I can recap for you, Deanne. So the setting is a portrait, or a still portrait. Uh, we got two styles. We got surreal, fantasy, and modern, and abstract, and mountains. And we got charcoal as a medium, but we're both basically overpainting our charcoal because
right,
charcoal has, well, more than one color, but mostly one color. So those
right.
were the parameters. And Elizabeth picked most of them. So don't blame me. But I do approve of her use of her liking purple. I am a big purple fan.
Oh yes, it's my favorite.
I don't know if it's my favorite color. Like this time of year, I'm very into like all the bluey kind of blue colors, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. Well, I think that's the same because I think when it gets well, spring, I like the purple, but in the pastel form. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But like fall, you can do like the jewel tones, and you do like a really dark purple with the oranges, and mazy yellow, and
Oh, yes.
but I do like orange too. Like when I think about craft roulette, I think about the orange versus purple uh cult that goes on in that game. I like both
Yeah.
in different. I don't know. I like both in different scenarios, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why orange and I don't know how they got to orange and purple because I was thinking about that and I'm like, wouldn't it be yellow and purple? Because they would be like direct complements. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I may be overthinking this because I don't know. I took an adult ed like color theory course once, and it's like it's now it's hard to not think about color theory. It's like, well, why is that the color? Why do I like that color? Like, what am I? Like, well, it's sort of like, well, what is it like? What's the connotation I'm getting from that color? Like, is there a particular reason that I'm like drawn to it? And usually I have no idea, but sometimes it's
Do
like something that you like
you
remember
go to
kind of
Google and
like
look up and see what the color meaning is of things, of colors?
not usually, but
No?
I don't know.
Oh, then you're not as bad
I
as
don't think I
me.
knew that was a thing. That's a really cool idea actually. What do I want
I'm
to
I'm really bad. Like sometimes something will I'm drawn to it, and when I'm drawn to it, I look it up. I'm like, okay, what is this? Why am I having this? Like, what does it mean?
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's kind of when I'm dreaming like something over and over, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go look up in my dream book, like what is going on with this? Like, why am I skydiving like every night? I want to know I want to know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of interesting though. Like I've always like recently I've just had a lot more vibrant dreams than I used to, I think. Or I remember them more. I don't know. Maybe it's an adult thing that you actually like remember your dreams where like the kid it's like, I don't know. It was fun
Mine,
and now it's over.
yeah, yeah. I don't have as many dreams as I did when I was a kid. I wonder if it's our rigid thinking because we don't have that.
Yeah.
They how the saying is, think like a child. You know what I mean? It just you're so much more free, and I think our thinking as a kid is just not. It's unrestrained, or I feel like we're more rigid as adults, more restrained. I don't know if that's the right word. If that makes
Oh,
any
Mary,
sense.
I feel you. Mary said that she didn't think she uploaded her advent anywhere today, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of 2 days behind right now, but I'm sort of okay with that. I have to do like a catch up because like I had kind of forgotten that I was supposed to stream with Lynn yesterday until she reminded me, and I was like, "Nah." I mean, before it happened, thankfully, because she's one of those organized people somehow. Like
Yeah.
I'm semi-organized, but I'm usually very like work focused during the week, so it's sort of a whole thing. But yeah, I'm now a couple days behind, but I really enjoyed doing it. I like advents generally. I mean, we didn't have ones
Yeah.
with stuff in them when I was a kid. They were all just sort of like paper with images inside. So they were like you still had the doors, but they were I don't know. They weren't
Yeah.
quite as they weren't quite as like a thing,
They
it was
weren't
more of
as
a cute
fun.
thing. Well, that yeah, I mean, certainly. I mean, I don't know, like these paints are pretty decent. They like move around pretty nicely. I'm not mad at you.
I keep forgetting I'm not on watercolor paper. This media paper is definitely not the same
Oh,
as, you know what I mean? The mixed media paper.
yeah, it's definitely thinner. I don't know. This is not the world's greatest watercolor paper, but I don't use my good watercolor paper, so I don't know. I just always am like, even though
I
Canson is
chopped
a
mine
theory
up.
less big. Oh, that's a good
Like
idea.
my Arches paper, I have some that I got a huge pad and I chop it up. I chop it down to, smaller sizes. I think I have, or maybe I moved it. I thought I had one over here that I did that was a smaller one.
That's a cool idea.
So then I can use it for tags or just like a focal point on a card, put it
Mm-hmm.
on a card base. Now I got to figure out how to add snow to all this. I don't
You
know. I
know,
need to add something fantasy like.
high flow acrylic or something like that. I mean, something that's sort of I don't know, more.
To get the white on. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like I feel like with the watercolor, like people always sort of wind up
I
using
have
gouache
this.
or wind up using like
I could put
some
acrylic
kind of
over it.
white
I do have
paint.
the bleed proof white, but acrylic's a great idea too.
But I could.
I don't know. This looks real, really messy.
I think it looks pretty cool. I like all the
It's,
greens. Like I like that whatever the like sort of blue and green with the more like sap greens. That's really cool.
yeah, yeah. I think if I go over it and kind of smudge it out with the white, it'll be better.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
And Elizabeth is being nice and spamming people's links because
oh, thank you,
it's very
Elizabeth.
helpful.
She is. And Jay, my guest here, don't forget his. And don't forget yours, Elizabeth. Sometimes she puts everybody's out there and she forgets her own.
Yeah. T's explaining the game to Paul, who I don't think I know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, Paul. I
I'll
don't
have to
think
scroll
so.
up.
Welcome. And thank you, T. I should have done like a pink house or something, since it's supposed to be kind of
Yeah, I need to pick
fantasy-ish.
a surreal color. I could do this neon orange is kind of fun. Like that might actually. Uh, we'll assume neon is a surreal color. I guess I could do like neon orange trees or something.
Delise might think differently.
Is that a surreal color?
Surreal. She'd be like, it is real, Jay.
It's a real color. It's just like I don't know that you'd necessarily paint your spaceship orange,
Oh, I
but why
can't
not?
wait to see yours. Oh, please make sure you
I
put a
don't know.
picture.
My usual kindergarten levels of sketching are on full display, but that's okay. I have fun.
Make sure you post on your community tab or on Instagram or face somewhere. I want to be able to see your picture.
Oh yeah, I totally will. Uh, Let me see if I'm
I'll
missing
try to like it.
anybody. I think it's officially art dice. Oh, Pam's explaining what the dice are. I don't know. Do you know
Oh,
what they're
yes.
officially
Here.
called?
Yep, right here. Art dice for drawing and painting. Inspiration for drawing and painting.
I guess we'll have to use a little pink for no reason, other than it's kind of fun. And a lot of people in the
Right?
chat like pink.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like staying a little too to realism colors, you know what I mean? I have to kind of start going a little fantasy and abstract here. I have the still life because this is kind of still life, right? The scenery.
Yeah,
Oh, I hear Lennox.
yeah. He keeps wanting to say hi, which is cute, but also I'm like, I don't need you to. Please don't. Like, I don't need you to like walk watercolor all over the place. So I don't know.
You could add
He's
some
12
cat
going
pets
on.
in there.
Yeah. Well, I guess that would be kind of surreal, like random cat things all over
Abstract.
your painter. Yeah. It's a very abstract cat.
um, so I'm thinking we're gonna change this up a little.
Guess I should probably wait for that to dry a little and I love how like at dinner time cats are so good at being like real having like the most mournful noises there are. Like, oh, I haven't eaten in a year. It's like you ate literally 10 minutes ago before the
I think
stream.
Cordelia's cats are like that too, and they're animated. They get more dramatic.
Did your earbuds die or something? You got really quiet.
Oh, did I? Oh, they might have. Hold on. That would be the worst, wouldn't it now?
Oh, there we go. Now you're back to you.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
I
They may have died, but let me see.
oh.
I wonder if I turn off them. Hmm. Do I sound any louder now?
No, but you sound pretty good now. So
Oh, I do. Okay, good. All right.
we'll have
I'm
to
just gonna
ask the
take them
chat
out.
if it's just me going crazy or not.
I can still hear you, so as long as you can hear me.
Oh yeah, I can hear you just fine. Uh yeah. Shay and Cordelia are chit chatting. And crafting with coffee and Kelly says hi
Oh,
Don.
hi, Kelly. Sorry, I missed your stream today. I have no internet and I have no power. The other day, yesterday, I had no power. Our
I'd be
wonderful,
more concerned about the no power personally. I think a teal tree is very surreal, don't you?
um,
There we go. That
yeah,
is a little.
I said that today. You know what? I said, you know what? I'm glad at least we have power. I can live with, I'd rather live with power and no internet than internet and no power. Well, I guess you
I
wouldn't have crazy
agree.
internet with no power anyway, but I don't know.
I guess you could still use your phone, but then you'd have like the how long do I have a phone before it freaks out.
Well, that was me yesterday. I'm like, okay, uh, um, good thing I have my attachment for the car.
Oh, oh yeah, I didn't think of
To
that.
plug it
That's a
in
good
my
idea.
car. But then you're just like trying to be conscious because you don't want to wear it all down at once. You know what I mean? Okay,
Right, right.
I'll watch for a little bit, and then I just left it out there and left it running. I told Lynn, 'cause I had YouTube up and I had people people on there because I was watching it, but I didn't want to sit out there forever. So I just laid it on the seat and kind of let it play.
Yeah, one of my parents' neighbors always was like, for whatever reason, they kind of would like park their car in their driveway and like use it as a phone booth and just chat on their cell phone. And I was always like, it always looks a little weird when you go out and you're like, why are you people here? Like I know you have a house, but but you know,
I do that if I do that if I've had someone call and I'm pulling like along the road. I usually call back or text someone and end up sitting in my car. But it's quiet. There's no noise, you know.
oh, I didn't
That's what
think of
I
that.
like.
That's a good point.
My house is very loud normally. I hold my breath every time I go live. And it's just two of us. That's the fun part.
There we go. Sort of.
My trees kind of went super abstract into the background.
Yeah. Mine are sort of like more like watercolor blobs at the moment, but that's okay.
I could have like an octopus coming off of out from the edge of my house with its tentacles out across the lawn.
Oh, you could do that. That'd be kind of pretty neat. Let's grab a little.
I'm trying to not pay attention to detail too much because I feel like if it's abstract, it's kind of all I can think of. I think I said something different the last time, Picasso, but I think it's Monet. Isn't it Monet that's real abstract?
I think it's Picasso because he had like that. But I mean, Monet had like. Now, was he the
Which
Starry
one
Night
did
guy?
the lily pad, like the lily pad painting?
I think that's Monet
Is it?
because I remember
Yeah.
actually seeing those somewhere. Because it's like you see them in art books, but then like in real life they're huge, and you're kind of like, oh, this is why people were excited about this.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's like a whole room. That's kind of neat.
I think that's as far as I can go with that. All right. An octopus.
Monet is watercolor, according to Cordelia. Monet is
Yeah,
impressionist,
that's
according to T.
okay.
Maddie says hello, Abraham, who just dropped in.
Hi, Abraham. Hello, hello. Long time no see. Oh, trying to figure out this tentacle.
Susan says, hey, Brenda.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you.
I'm trying to sort of pay attention. Well,
Don't let it ruin your art because I can go back and read messages after and leave comments for people.
Monet is an
You said,
impressionist. He looks like spots up close, but you have to. Oh, this is from Amanda from Pear Blossom Press. Monet is an
oh,
impressionist. It looks like spots up close, but you have to stand back to see the images.
okay.
That's Monet. I thought that was
I would,
Seurat. Like I thought he was the guy who did all the dots, but I could be wrong. I mean, who knows? There are probably a lot of people. Amanda probably knows better than
I
me
have no
because
idea.
I don't think I've paid much attention
I
since
should
like
study
high school
art
art
more.
theory.
Yeah, I took like basic art theory, but I don't remember any of it.
I took like art
I'm gonna use my
appreciation, and
dryer.
it was a little.
Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I can't
Nope,
remember if it's
didn't hear
StreamYard
anything.
that. Oh, good.
It seems like
I
something
couldn't
auto
remember if it
muted
was
you.
StreamYard that cuts it out.
Oh, if it does, that's pretty neat.
Alright. Um,
Oh, is that just like an embossing tool you use to dry?
yeah,
Oh, neat.
yep, yeah. I just go over it and dry. I have a craft, a heat tool also, but the embossing tool was closer, so I just grabbed that. I'm trying to get this bleed proof white is always it's so thick. I'm trying to get some snow on my trees here.
Oh, nice. They're like all flocked and stuff now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just 'cause I'm in the middle of winter, I feel like I've got to do this wintry scene. Since my
makes sense to
outdoors is
me.
not wintry, not anymore.
Well, it probably was at some point.
I think it's supposed to be near 60 on Christmas even. I don't think we have any snow in the forecast.
Wow.
I
Yeah, it's
know. It's so
supposed to be
weird. It's
something
like
like that
so not
here. I'm
me.
like,
So not, it's really strange. Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't something tricky tonight. I thought, oh gosh, I'm gonna get like so stuck and not know what to do.
let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was actually pretty kind to us.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like landscapes. You always feel like things have been kind to you because you're sort of like, I can do that.
Yeah, because it's all a matter of just your own perspective, right? I don't know. I find landscapes very easy. I am not a like an object or a people like painter, per se.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
I
I never
struggle.
really got into sketching people, so I'm sure it's one of those
No,
things. If you
I
if you
can't.
try it enough, you'll do okay.
Maybe I lose interest though because I get so frustrated. I'm like, no, I cannot. I cannot. I have one now that I'm doing for Willie's brother. It's a like a gothic Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, cool. That sounds fun.
That thing. It's definitely giving me the run for my money. Because I can't get the like I can't get the hands and the face and right.
Yeah, I know one of my
Drawing all
friends
right things.
who painted, well, like painted for real, but now I think he's an art history teacher. But he always said that like faces were really hard compared to basically everything else. Oh, calm down.
You're the cutie. I'm so tempted. I just want to keep doing like detail things, but I'm like, no, it's abstract kind of. It's no detailed on.
I don't know. I'm sure it would work out either way. Where did I put? Here we go. Well, I'll see if I can dry this a little bit.
Candy canes are going to be pink and blue because I can't see the white and it's driving me crazy. Guess I can go in and add some stuff with my charcoal.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that, but you could go back in and add more detail. That's clever. Let me see if I missed anything in chat.
Hi everyone that's coming in. I'm sorry I can't see you.
Guru of Baseball Cards says hello as well. I don't
Oh,
think
hey Guru.
Oh, Judy says hello as well. I'm back and she's back from her holiday party, which sounds fun.
Who is that?
Judy B.
Oh, hey Judy. Cool. Wow, Jay, I can see yours now. I wish I could make you
Hooray.
big. I can't make you big.
Oh well. I'm a little off camera. There we go. It's very fantasy with a random rocket ship in the middle of the nice mountainscape, but
I love it. I absolutely love it.
like it somehow makes sense in my brain, I guess. It's one of those
Weird
things.
too, with the
Ooh,
cabin in the woods and an octopus is kind of coming out around the edge of the lawn,
why not?
around the edge
I
of the
mean,
house.
everybody needs an octopus.
That was my very first painting for
I
Art
think you showed
Yahtzee.
that one to
That's
me. It was like a space out. No, it was like an octopus in like a seascape or something, right?
yeah, the one I used for my thumbnail. That's the one that I did
Oh, okay.
the very first one. Yeah, it was super fun, super fun. a lot of audience participation, which was fun.
Well, I think that would make these things good, you know. There we go. It's a little darken up that mountain a bit. You do that for the other. Uh, oh. This is sort of. Well, that's not as dark as I would like. We can fix that. That's better.
Sorry for the background noise.
No,
I think that's
it was like auto muting you, so I think it's. I didn't know StreamYard did that. I'm like really impressed that it's. Maybe it's like if you're on a phone, it just assumes that if there's like weird background noise, it should be muted. I don't know. I'm like, if that's intentional, it's a really good feature, and if it's not, it's kind of cool. So I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I never realized because I won't panic as much maybe in the future. Well, I'm thinking that's as good as it's going to get here.
I like it. It's fun.
I'm going to
I think
add
I'm
some
over.
snowbank look here. Hmm.
Guess we'll have to come in and do a little.
Invasion of the tentacles. I should have put a big sign that says something. I don't know, North Pole. I don't know.
That'd be kind of fun. Like that. Maybe a little more of that.
Maybe it'll be illegible. Illegible. I'll scribble it on with charcoal. Maybe it's
I
a
don't know.
warning sign.
I'm always just impressed by people who have like good penmanship because I've like never had good penmanship. Like I'm always scribbling stuff somewhere. That's.
I
I guess
think
I
that
could.
comes with doodling. Like I was a doodler as a kid. I like doodled everything. So I like wrote too, you know. I was like one of those kids that wrote my name like 50 times on a sheet of paper.
Well, that's a cool. Sorry, I was distracted. Something accidentally happened, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Oh, now it looks like I have yellow snow. Ew. Yellow snow. It's kind of brown. I didn't let my brown that's all right. Sometimes that happens if the snow's not thick. That's my excuse. That's my story. All right, I'm gonna dry. That's half my problem.
Oh, maybe I'll.
So I wonder, Jay, do you think like the
Hmm.
colors that people that you use can be considered like modern? like for modern style, like I'm thinking of these like neon pink mountains that I have going on here.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm always like, well, if you can see, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. I do think of neon pink as a pretty modern color.
Ooh, see? Now nobody knows.
Hmm.
It's a warning sign. Beware, but beware of what? No one will ever know because it's illegible.
It's a secret.
I don't see anything else I can add. I could go with that theme that you said with the flying saucer because add a little uh oh yes, this metallic blue.
Ooh, that's pretty.
These would
Is
give
that
it away,
watercolor?
Abraham. Fine tech pearlescent colors.
Hmm. Oh, fine tax. Yeah, I
Yeah, fine tech.
remember. I got those in Art Box once
Yeah.
when I was
So, I
getting
have
too many
friends
of
that
those.
said they swear they've seen spaceships. I've never seen one. So I'm just gonna guess from their description what it looks like. Mine is metallic blue. I'll go with what I've seen in books.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I like that. I like the random, the random playing saucer.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what these. I don't know.
I'm gonna take a peek at
Oh,
yours. Oh,
that's
you
the
went
fun
nice
part
and
of.
green looking.
Yeah, I decided to put little neon green mushrooms on the ground for modern art reasons. Oh, my name's in the way. Here we go. I've been
Oh
I've been
yeah,
playing around with that.
I
I
love
do
it.
like my neon orange spaceship. I don't know if it
Yes.
technically matches the parameters, but that's fine.
Yeah, it does. It's like fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like a fantasy because, like you said, who's going to see that in the middle of your, looking out your back deck over the mountains, and you're looking at a rocket ship. Hi, Debbie. Yay! Mhm.
Oh, hello, Debbie.
Yeah, this was fun. I like this one with the mountains.
I like the little spaceship. I just think that's a really fun touch.
Mine?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like the little metallic spaceship. I'm like, that's really fun.
Yeah, and it does kind of stand out. Tip it. You can see the metallic real well. This PH Martin's, this bleed proof white, it really dulls down like the I feel like it's in the middle of a blizzard because everything's like washed out with it. Maybe that's what I should do, just splatter it like crazy.
You could do that. I mean, that would make it definitely look pretty abstract.
Yeah. have to play around with looking at. I'm gonna look up some charcoal and see like how do people like different techniques with it. I'd like to expand my horizon, my knowledge of the. I feel like a real artist when I lay the pencil on this.
It's a good idea. That using an embossing tool actually dries this really fast,
Yeah,
which is
it really
hilarious
does.
because I never emboss anything. I have all the things, I just never do it.
Right. Oh yeah, I
It's a
use my
crafty
heat tool for
problem.
that a lot. Ah, bring this up. I have this one too. The heated
Oh
craft
yeah, the
tool.
heated. I have
Yeah.
one of those, but could I find it before the stream? No,
Right. Well, that's
of
it.
course
I
not.
had it over on the. I have it over on the thing next to me, so it's not like now it's handy, but oh, and it is plugged in. That's good. But my embossing tool stays right here on the desk beside me, so I had that handy. I like I feel comfortable using it with the watercolor. The acrylic I would just be more careful with only because the acrylic I've bubbled up my acrylic before.
Yeah, I've heard some like painting person on the internet at one point had said like, you know, if you have to do it for like a live or something, using heat on acrylics is a good idea. But if like you're doing it in your own like normal life, like you're better off just letting it air dry.
Right.
But I don't know if
And you
that's
know what
true.
works nicer is as an actual hair dryer because it's not as hot and you just get in the air.
Oh, okay.
If you like hit the cool air button and dry it, the acrylics,
Mhm.
because it will dry if you fan it dry, but if you get that heat on it, yeah, you chance bubbling it up. And I mean, in some cases that effect might be okay. But if it's not your intention, then oops.
Yeah, I don't know. I always felt that like acrylic pouring would be fun, and until my dad kind of talked me out of it.
Who talked you out of it?
My dad, he did it for a while, but he was sort of I don't know, he's more of a he likes repeatable things and like a lot of that is not. So he got a little frustrated with sort of the, lack of controllability, which I guess is sort of the whole point, right? Like, there's sort of a neat little I don't know. There's a thing about like acrylic pours that you can't ever really duplicate it.
Right. Yeah, true. That's what I would like to try it for. Because I like that. I like that thought of not repeating, you know what I mean? Having something different and unique each time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could repeat the colors because I think that that's what I think of with, you know, uh, paint pouring.
Mhm.
It's trying to get like, you do your color combos and really trying to pull out like all the bubbles, when they use the torch and they get all of that like the bubbling the cells to
Yep.
form.
No, I remember my mom was a little concerned about him burning down the house, but it never happened.
Well, there we go. I think that's all I got in me for this.
Okay, mine.
I said it. Well, no, you can keep going if you want. I don't want to rush you.
No, mine's pretty much done. I've just
Is
been
it?
futzing around with the edges.
I keep adding stuff and I'm afraid I'm gonna really mess it up if I just keep adding stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's always a challenge. But I don't know. I'm just gonna add a little surreal little tunnel to somewhere.
I do like all the shadowing on the tree.
Hmm.
All the shadowing on the tree under the snow.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. I like how the snow on your tree worked out. I think that looks pretty neat. Looks very like
It's
authentically snow.
kind of like a heavy snow.
Yeah.
Like I could make the shadows like on the snow even. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, that looks good, Jay. I love it.
I just like
It's
I just
so
like
fun.
I do like mountains.
Oh,
Like
you're
like
welcome, Pam. She said thanks for the octopus. Here's the close up. Squint. Everybody squint.
Oh, I love that. Oh, bring it up. I love the mailbox. It's so cool. Oh, that's your warning sign. Okay.
Yeah, the warning sign.
That's fun.
I think I need more definition behind the trees to the mountains, though. I feel like I have less control, which I kind of like because that's one of the things that I'm trying to work on with like sketching and stuff is that I need to loosen up. Like I'm so rigid in my art.
Oh, in terms of like subject or like style, or how do you
Yeah,
mean?
style, like it's rigid. Like I'd like to be more so I like I liked watching. Did you watch Lala's stream with Stan Brown? He did the drawing. He does
Oh
cartooning and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I picked up
Gosh.
that calendar because I was like, I want to like actually color
Oh,
that.
that's right. That's right. You were there because you got it. That's right.
Because I was kind of like, I need
I
to
got a
try that
chance to
out.
watch him this week. And he's amazing. I found it very inspiring. So I think I'm really going to. I used to draw a lot when I was younger and I got busy, you know what I mean? I raised two girls and
Yeah.
I got busy. So
Well, I feel like
I
that
want
happened
to
to my parents
practice.
too. They really got back into art like after they retired. I mean,
Yeah,
mostly because they had the time, you know.
yeah. Well, that's it. And I, between raising my kids after they were raised, then I went back to school and I went to school. I was going to school part time almost 9 years and then working full time. So I just got busy. Oh, maybe I can show. Are you still adding details or are you done?
No, I'm pretty much done. I was just adding a little more neon, but I
I was
can.
gonna say I can show my cards that I got this week because it won't
Ooh,
be on again
yay.
until New Year's Eve. Would that be all right?
Oh, sure, go nuts. Yeah, New Year's Eve is, I don't know. This time of year always flies by
It does.
because it's like, I don't know. It's always like it's something, and then it's my birthday, and then it's New Year's, and you're kind of like, where did that whole holiday season go?
I know. Oh, and what's today? Today's the 19th. Oh yeah, you
Yep,
had your birthday. Pam's is coming up next, right? It's
I
hers
think so.
the 21st, I think, maybe. So this card is from Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth. I got the little ho ho ho's on, and I got the one of the wobble. This is my first ever wobble card.
Oh, that's so cool. I like the green
Yeah,
Santa. That's really
I
that's
know.
fun.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that was super fun. And then this was the card I won on her birthday stream. And I
Oh,
love it because I have a cuckoo clock that my daughter, when she went to Switzerland, she sent one home to me.
yeah, my grandparents had one, but like it never ran because they're
Uh,
obviously kind of intricate to keep like maintained properly.
yeah, this one she said, she goes, I'm sorry it's not the kind that you pull. It runs by battery, but she's like, it was like one of the cheapest and it was still well over $100.
Wow.
And so it was, yeah. And she's like, I got like the cheapest one because I told her don't spend all her money on, buying stuff to bring home, buy herself something.
Yeah.
And so this is from Carla. Thank you, Carla. I love the retro feel of it. Very pretty.
I feel like retro Christmas is like the best Christmas.
This is from my friend. I think she was in your stream the other night, Kel
Oh yeah,
Rawson.
yeah.
My friend
Yep.
Kellyanne, she actually lives like 45 minutes to an hour away from me. So we've met in real life. But this was my Christmas card. I love it. It
Oh,
looks
the
like
inside
she
is so
die cut
cool.
every. I don't know if she bought the die cuts or what, but I love the snowflakes. And then she did the
Yeah.
inside, and this
I'm
is
getting
all
partial to
like a die.
poinsettias this year. I don't know why, but like the sort of classic
So pretty.
ones are
And I
so
love
nice.
that she sent it with the wax seal on the,
Oh wow.
and then she glittered the snowflake.
That's fancy.
Yeah, I love that. And then I think I showed this one the other night on Zoom, but this is from Mary Alice. I love this. It's like embossed, and she embossed the paper piecing also. It's really cool.
That's really neat.
And this is from Jean. So I got this card was made by hand if you throw it away. Those same hands will make a doll in your image and stick pins in your butt. I love that. And this is from Debbie J. I think this is
Ooh,
the one
foily.
I won. Super pretty. This is from my friend Carrie Porter in the UK. I loved it.
That one's
So
super
pretty.
sparkly too. That's really great.
Yeah, I love it. And then I got this one from Debbie J that she made on her live. I love it. A slim line. This she did with the Better Press. She did the wax seal. But she
Oh, neat.
also stuck the wax seal and mailed it, and it came perfect. No
See,
damage.
I always wondered if that would happen. Like, I've been intrigued by them for a long time, but I'm like, I feel bad if like it fell off halfway through and someone just had
Yeah.
like,
No,
like a
both of
maimed
them that I
envelope.
got with
But
them
oh,
came through perfect. No damage. So I was super impressed. Super impressed. So thank you guys for the cards. And then Pam sent me some sentiments. I got a bunch of foiled sentiments from Pam.
oh, awesome.
I used a bunch of those. Used a bunch of them on my sheet load of cards.
I need to get into the habit of just making sentiments as like a thing when I'm feeling uncreative because I'm kind of like
This
I
is
hate making them when I'm oh, there you go. See, you have it figured
every
out.
time I stamp some, I stamp several on like when I cut pieces off my cardstock, I
Mm-hmm.
take my sentiments and I just stamp, and then
Oh, that's
I can
perfect.
see I can cut them apart. So the
That is
cheers,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
I just go right down the paper and I just stamp them all out, and then I have them
that's a great idea.
cutoffs from cards, and I have some extras back here. But yeah, I
Well, I mean,
just
just because I've screwed up a number of cards, like, you get the whole thing done and then stamp the sentiment wrong, and then you say words not allowed on YouTube.
exactly. Yeah, so I just keep a couple. Just started taking all the extras. I can keep them up if I want. But
Mm-hmm.
uh, but yeah, and I got my box from Elizabeth. But you guys all saw this already. I got the scissors, and I noticed,
Oh,
Elizabeth,
fun.
you had said these were a little stiff. So I pulled out I pulled out the oil. I said, I need to maybe I need to oil them. Maybe that's it. And Willie's like, here, use the gun oil. So I put a little gun oil down in the crack. I like them. They seem to go a lot better now.
Do you know how
And
they
then I
differ
got
from the Fiskars ones? Like these guys?
let's see,
They look like they're thicker. Like the Fiskars seems thinner, and those seem like they'd be a lot I mean, the
these
actual
are,
handles seem like they'd be a lot
yeah.
more comfy than these are kind of delicate-ier.
And I think that might have been what it was with Elizabeth, because Elizabeth said her hand didn't feel good on it. But there's also, I noticed, the flat edge, and I don't know, I don't have the
Yeah.
Fiskars pair, but then there's the finger
Oh,
bumps.
that's nice.
But yeah. And then I got the foundry wax. I did try it out earlier. It's pretty
Ooh.
cool. Yeah. Do you have the
I
other
think I
ones
have
though? Aren't the ones that Simon Hurley uses, aren't those the springback kind?
I think so. I mean, they look like they're on the same like they're built around the same idea. So I mean, I guess it just depends if you like the scrapbook.com ones definitely seem like they have a beefier handle, which I could see being. I've never had problems with mine, but like I could see I also hardly ever fussy cut because I'm really bad at
Well,
it.
these were a little stiff and they kind of caught like at the edge. You could feel where there
Oh,
was like
okay.
a thing. So that's why I took the gun oil and I just kind of went down in between to kind of release that tension a little bit between
Oh, nice.
there was it was like friction. Maybe it just didn't get oiled in manufacturing enough.
Could be.
So then I won the Cloud Whip and some lunar paste.
Oh yeah,
And
Elizabeth said the springback wasn't her jam. I get that.
yeah, yeah, I don't know how I'll like them. But I did fall in love, Elizabeth and T, with the foundry wax. I found it really cool. On some parts it didn't get super metallic-y, and I'm wondering if I just didn't put it on thick enough because I noticed where it was thicker, it definitely looked more metal-like. But
Hmm.
man, yeah, it was nice. It was almost more fun than embossing powder to watch it change. So, and then Elizabeth's famous logo, Sassy. And I got a coaster that I will set on my desk,
Oh, that is
my
cool.
coffee. But I love all of it. And then I got a nice tote bag that I can put my stuff in. I don't go anywhere to craft, but I can put my knitting in it.
I don't know. We have a urban sketching group I've always been interested in going and hanging out with when it's not winter. But
Oh yeah? That's cool.
well, cuz like when I sketched regularly, I was good at it and now I'm not cuz I don't do it cuz I make cards all the time, but it's sort of like it would be fun
Well,
to
that's
just
how I
like
feel. I kind of lost it. You know what I mean? I
well, I
lost
mean,
it
I
because I
think it's
haven't.
just sort of yeah, like I mean, just sort of I mean, it's just like muscle memory, I guess, like anything else where it's like
Right.
if you went and did
Yeah,
it
so I'm
for
gonna try to practice more, get back into it, and
that's a good
play
idea.
around. But I had so much fun. I think the dice were fun. Oh, and my announcement. So here's my announcement. Maybe you guys didn't know, but I remember when I first started the art dice and everybody like, this is really artsy and it's more like tailored to, I don't know if I want to call it fine arts, but it's more, I don't know, what would you call it, Jay? It's definitely not like card making. It's definitely different. It's a different.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more. I mean, it's more artistic and like it's more geared toward. I guess fine art is probably the closest thing to call it, but like,
Because I feel like the
it's more
cards are
geared
art
towards.
too.
Yeah, I mean, like this is more geared towards like making a painting or a drawing or something like that. That you'd like put on your wall versus like a card.
Right. So in the beginning, I had a couple people on, and people were saying how neat it would be if we had these dice that had card parameters, instead of like these art parameters, like more
Hmm.
geared towards, card makers. And I was like, oh, I gotta look, I gotta keep looking because I think that's what I want. Well, I found a girl on Etsy that does these dice for card makers.
Oh wow!
And it's Yahtzee, but you have different things like you use, layering or you do sponging and,
Oh,
the
that's
different,
cool.
yeah, the different attributes and like what you use ribbon twine to include punches or bling. So in the types of cards like clean and simple, slimline, add foiling or DSP, going over the top, monochromatic, all that. So I am starting a new
Oh, that's
series
cool.
at the after the new year for us card makers. I think I'm going to leave the art Yahtzee, and I want to do that on the second Tuesdays. But I think I'm going to maybe do pick another Tuesday in the month to do. We're going to do card Yahtzee so that we can do card challenges. I think it would be
Oh,
fun, and I'd like to have like multiple people if people want to sign up on on panel.
oh, that's an awesome idea because then it
Like
would
a
be
few. Yeah. So I hope
because
that the
everyone would
list
approach it
grows.
differently.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that all you guys that are card makers will email me and get in on it, and I can, get people in on it because I think it would be so fun. I wanted to stick with the Yahtzee thing, and I'm like a really big game person. I love gaming, whether it's video gaming or board gaming or card gaming or dice gaming, whatever.
That sounds like
I love
Elizabeth
it.
and T want to sign up already, so I think you at
Oh,
least have 2.
yay! That'd be so awesome. So, yeah, so I thought, okay, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be for card makers. So, um, yeah, I spent the other
That's
day,
a much better idea because I was like, you could figure out. I mean, you could go and steal Mary's card parameter, like whatever's on the craft roulette wheel, and then just go and buy like a D20 from like a game store, And I was like, I could do that, but those are
yeah,
much. Those are. I like that
but
those
these are
are
cool. The girl
readable.
hand
No, I
makes
think those
them,
are cool.
and she uses, I don't know if she uses one of the tools, the X tools or
Oh,
laser,
those new
the
laser things. Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah.
Nice.
So, it's really neat. The craft, yes, thank you, T. I just saw that, Elizabeth. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm on my phone, so I had to stand up so I could kind of see. But yeah, definitely get in touch if you guys want to do it. I would love to. I think it'd just be fun to. It'll really expand our card stashes, right? So yeah, so that's it. That's the big announcement. I'm excited for it. I'm so excited to
I
have something for card makers.
I agree. That's really super.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Jay, anything from you? I know you have some stuff coming up and can kind of tell people where they can find you. I think Elizabeth dropped your link too.
Yeah, I think Elizabeth dropped my link. I'm usually live at 6 p.m. Central's on Sundays. Although this month has been insane because I've been doing daily lives, although not the last couple days because I've been on other people's channels. But yeah, if you subscribe to my YouTube, you'll get all the notifications whenever I go live. But it's usually Sunday nights because I wanted to do something when you get into that like cases of Schmondays kind of thing, and crafting seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, I hear that. Cool. And then I don't know if I'm not going to have a scheduled live for next week. It's the day after Christmas, and I'm not really sure what our plans are. So I don't want to commit to a live. So you guys probably won't see me until after the first of the year. But I am on Mommy Guide Inc.'s channel on New Year's Eve, and I believe for us for Eastern time that is 8. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, so that'll be fun. But if something comes up where I'm not like involved in anything the day after Christmas and I'm still feeling strong after Christmas because it's draining. I might pop on, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But that's it. Yeah, that's it for me. So you guys check back in, and I'll leave some posts on my community tab. I think I'll take a poll because I want to try to test out the waters on some new times myself for going live. And if it doesn't work out, I'll just post videos. But I'd like to do a couple of lives a week. We'll see. But yeah. Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you for signing up. I'm so glad
Oh
that
yeah,
you
anytime.
had fun.
I
And
just love
yeah,
these like random parameter kind of challenges because it always gets me out of my whatever card sketch I'm obsessed with at the moment that I
right.
just make like 37 of, and then it's like, well, it's
Yeah.
nice to try something new.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad we got mountains. This landscape's so fun. But
It
thank you,
is.
everyone in the chat. Thanks for being so patient and flexible tonight with me not having internet. I am grateful that, geez, we got through it pretty smooth, Jay.
Yeah.
Thank God for unlimited data,
Yeah.
right? But
Definitely.
yeah, thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys all soon, very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Jay.
See ya.